Hey everyone, so today we're going to be talking about pliés. So in French, plié means to bend, so this is just a bending of the knees. So we're going to start in a turned out first position where our heels are together and our toes are apart. We want a nice turnout that's comfortable for you, so it's going to be different for everyone. If you go too far, when you go to bend our knees, your knees are going to come forward, which can hurt them. Same thing if you're not far enough and you try to go farther, it's also not good for you. So you want to find a spot that's comfortable for you, so when you bend them, your knees are going straight out over your toes. So to do a plie, we are just bending the knees. So we're going to start with our hands on our hips, and we're going to start with a demi-plie, so we're going halfway down. So for a demi-plie, you want to go down just to where your knees are just over your toes, or to where you feel your heels are going to start coming off the ground. So for a demi-plie, we want our heels to stay on the ground. So we're going to do two of these. We're going to go down, two, up, two, down, two, up, two. When we do this, we want to make sure we're staying nice and tall, stacked with our shoulders over our ribs, over our hips, over our knees, over our toes. Nice stacked in a straight line. Those are our demi-pliés. Then, in 8 counts, we're going to take that demi-plie, we're going to go down 2, but we're going to keep going so that our heels come off the ground for a grand plie. Down 2, 3, 4. Now we're not all the way down on the ground. We're still nice and lifted. We still are engaged in our legs. This is a grand plie for 4. We come back up 5, 6, back to that demi, 7, 8. So we have 2 demi pliés and 1 grand plie. And it's really important to stay nice and tall and in a straight line the entire time. So then we're gonna move that right foot out to the second position where our heels are just outside of our hips and our shoulders. For second position, we're going to do the same thing. So we have 2 demis, down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have a grand plie, but this time our heels won't come off the ground. In second position, down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the only difference here is that it is farther than our demi plie. And again, this is going to be however far you can go while keeping your upper body in alignment. So if you look on the side, you just want to go far enough down to where you can still keep everything nice and stacked. You don't want to go so far that you start to tip over. That's how you know you've gone too far. So we have 2 demis and a grand plie in second, and then we're going to move that right foot into what we call fifth position, where our right heel is going to be connected to our left toe. So this is a right fifth position. So we're going to do the same thing. 2 demis, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, with our heels on the ground. And then our grand plie is going to let our heels come off the ground. Down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to take that left foot, bring it back to first position, and start at the beginning. We have 2 demis and a grand. And then we're going to move that left foot out to a second position on the other side. You go down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, grand plie, down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to move that left heel in front of the right toes for a left fifth position. Same thing, down 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you just saw there. The hardest part is probably in fifth and second, to stay nice and tall. You want to lift up as you go down to avoid that tipping like I did at the end. Second and fifth are going to be the hardest to not lean forward or back. So you really want to make sure everything's nice and stacked the whole time. So you can do this exercise with counts, with music. The most important thing is to make sure you have perfect posture the whole time.